Okay students, now in this video we will discuss about the refraction by a lens. Lens means here we will consider a double convex lens and we will see how the light refracts through a double convex lens. We know that a double convex lens is having two surfaces, two spherical surfaces. So it will have two radius of curvature. So now let us consider this one is the spherical surface, double convex lens. This one is the principal axis. Actually here the image is formed by the refraction by two surfaces. Means when the light ray will incident on this surface, you can see that the outside is the rarer medium. Suppose if it is placed in your atmosphere, air is present, so it will have air medium, and this inside the lens, it will be a denser medium. So let us that outsider is having refractive index N1, so this will also have refractive index N1, and the material of this lens is having refractive index N2 and our N2 is greater than N1. So actually in this case the light will reflect by two surfaces. First one, the light will pass from a rarer medium to a denser medium and the refraction will take place. Then again the image which will be formed in the denser medium due to the refraction of this surface, I will name it as A, B, C, D. Okay. So when the light will refract from the surface A, B, C, a image will be formed in the denser medium. Then we can write the relationship between the object distance and image distance and the in terms of the refractive index and the radius of curvature. Similarly, that image which is formed in the denser medium will act as a virtual object for the surface ADC, and you can see that for the surface ADC the object will be lying in the denser medium and the image will form in the rarer medium. So in that case we will use the another equation. When that light is traveling from a denser medium to a rarer medium, we will use that equation and we will combine both of these equations. So let us consider an object, point object placed on the principal axis. Now means after combining both the diagrams, both the refraction diagrams, I am just drawing the single diagram. A ray of light will incident, then I am just talking about the surface ABC. Then it will refract, you can draw here a normal at this point, in this point also, and you can see that the light will be traveling from a rarer to denser medium, so it will bend towards the normal and that image will be formed here. Let it be, and another light ray will pass through the principal axis and it will go undeviated and they will meet here, and here the final image will be formed, that is our, let it be I1. I can name it, this will be my object distance U and this will be my image distance, let it be V1, and similarly for this surface at this point, if you draw the normal, it will meet at this point and this will be the C1, means center of curvature of the surface ABC. So from this point, this distance will be our radius of curvature, that will be R1. So now for the surface ABC, You just forget about the surface ADC. ADC is now absent. So in this, for the surface ABC, if you see, the light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, and the image is formed in the denser medium. So we have the relationship that our N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 by R. This one is the equation that we have when the ray of light is traveling from rarer to denser medium. So now you just see, in this case the image distance is our V1, object distance is U, and the radius of curvature is R1. So I can write this equation will become N2 by V1 minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 by R1. I just the box this one, and I will give you this equation number 1. So now this one is the equation when the light is refracted by the surface ABC. So now let us bring the surface ADC and keep in contact with the surface ABC. Then our lens will be there. And for the surface ADC, this image I1, this image which is formed by the surface ABC will act as a virtual object. This I1 will act as a virtual object which is present in the denser medium, and then this ray of light will incident on the surface ADC and it will refract. So when it will refract, you can see that the image I1 is present in the medium N2, which is our denser medium, and the final image which will be formed by the ADC surface will be in the rarer medium. So the actual line will be like this. Means when the final image will be formed, the position of the final image I will be here, and this distance I can take as V, the final image distance. So now for the surface ADC, for the surface ADC, we can see that in the surface ADC the light is traveling from denser to rarer medium. So if the light is going from denser to rarer medium, then we have the relationship between this object distance, image distance in terms of the refractive index and that radius of curvature, N1 by V minus N2 by U is equal to our N1 minus N2 by R. So for this R, again you can draw a normal at this point. If you will draw the normal, it will intersect at this point. So this will be our R2. This is the center of curvature C2 of the surface ADC. So now if you use this, put the values here, you can see that here for the surface ADC, the object is I1 and its distance is V1. So in the place of object distance I will write V1, and final image distance is V, and the radius of curvature is R2. ADC, for the surface ADC, the radius of curvature is R2. So if you will write, then you will get, this will become N1 by V minus N2 by V1. Image distance, object distance is V1 is equal to N1 minus N2 by R2. So these are the two equations we are getting by considering the refraction of light by the two surfaces ABC and ADC. So in the next step what we will do, now you can see that the final image is formed by the refraction of this through the surface ABC and through the surface ADC. So now we will add these two equations. Let it equation number 2. So it will add this equation number 1 and equation number 2 and write here. Adding equation number 1 and equation number 2, you will get N2 by V1 minus N1 by U, here in the LHS it is present, plus N1 by V minus N2 by V1 is equal to N2 minus N1 by R1 plus N1 minus N2 by R2. After adding this, we are getting this equation. Now we will simplify this one. So you can see that here this N2 by V1 and this N2 by V1 is cancelled, because this is plus N2 by V1, this is minus N2 by V1. So after cancelling, what we are getting? We are getting this N1 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 by R1 plus N1 minus N2 by R2. Then you can see that here N1 can be taken as common. So if you take N1 as common, then it will become 1 by V minus 1 by U whole into N1 will be equal to, here you can take N2 minus N1 as common. If I take N2 minus N1 as common, then it will become 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, because if you multiply minus here, this will become N2 minus N1. Then I will keep this 1 by V minus 1 by U in this side, N1 I will take to that side. So if I take N1 to that side, then it can be divided here, N1. Then this can be written like 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to N21 minus 1 whole into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. I have written this N2 minus N1 by N1 as N21 minus 1. Why? So you can see that here we are having N2 minus N1 by N1. If you write it separately, then you will get this will become N2 by N1 minus 1, because N2 by N1 and minus N1 by N1 will be cancelled, it will become 1. And we know that the value of N2 divided by N1 is our refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So this will become how much? N21 minus 1. This you can note down as your reference. So N2 minus N1 by N1 is coming N21 minus 1. Directly I have written here that N21 minus 1 whole into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now we'll see that we know that in case of a lens, if the object will be placed at infinity, we know that if your U tends to infinity, if the object is placed at the infinity, then the image will be formed at the focus. Then V is formed at the focus. V tends to F. This is true. So if I write if you take this consideration here that my object is placed at infinity, then the image will form that focal length. Then this 1 by v minus 1 by u will become, v is our focus, so this is 1 by f minus 1 by infinity, because I have taken that object is placed at infinity, and we know that 1 by infinity is 0. Then if the object is placed at infinity, then the image is forming out the focus, and this 1 by v minus 1 by u is becoming how much? 1 by f. So in the place of 1 by v minus 1 by u, I can write 1 by f. So then that equation will become, this will become, this implies that this will become 1 by f. So 1 by f is equal to n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So this is our required equation. This one is known as the lens-maker's formula. Why? Because while manufacturing a lens, this formula is used to make a lens of desired power. Because we know that the power of a lens, P is equal to the reciprocal of the focal length, P equal to 1 by f. So you can see that here 1 by f is present. So this equation can again be written like P equal to n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So this equation is also true, that for the power, for calculating the power of a lens, this equation can be used. 1 by f is equal to n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2, which is equal to your power, because P equal to 1 by f is our n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This one is called as the lens-maker's formula. Okay. Again, if you see these two equations I have kept here, previously I think I have given two equation numbers, 1 and 2. Now you can give it equation number 3, this one, and you just give this one as equation number 4. Then if you are comparing this equation number 3 and 4, if you compare this equation number 3 and 4, you can see that the RHS value is same, because here n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2 is present, and here also n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2 is present. That means if the RHS are same, then you can say that also the LHS are same. Then if you see that in the LHS, you will get, or I will write from equation 3 and 4, your 1 by v minus 1 by u, 1 by v minus 1 by u is coming is equal to 1 by f. This 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f is known as the lens formula. This is the relationship between the object distance, image distance, and focal length of a lens. This is also known, this is our required lens equation or lens formula. So remember that we have 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f as our mirror equation. 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f is our lens equation or lens formula, and this one is called as the lens-maker's formula. This one, 1 by f is equal to n21 minus 1 whole into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2 is our lens-maker's formula. Then if I go to the magnification of a lens, I am just writing here, that the magnification of a lens, the linear magnification, the same formula you will get, that magnification is given by m, and here the m is the ratio of h prime by h, where h prime is the height of the image and h is the height of the object, which is equal to your v by u. Remember, the magnification in case of a lens is given by m is equal to h prime by h, which is equal to our v by u. Rather, in case of our mirror, we are having magnification is our minus v by u, and in case of the lens, the magnification is our v by u. So this is all about our refraction by a lens.